Season 3, Work Done, Physics in the Necrotic World, Episode 56, Work. Welcome, strangers. Work is only done when moving in directions that are forces applied. It's about energy transfer, movement of electrons in some cases. I might have said this before, but I will reiterate, because, whoa. Paul Ehrenfest was a great physicist. Paul Ehrenfest. He was even more awesome as a science communicator. The irony was horrible in that even when his friend was, quotes, not ironic, but that's what he said, arguing against quantum theory, just as his opponents were arguing against arguing about relativity theory, quotation marks ending. His friend is well known. I'm pretty sure you would know them, definitely. But Ehrenfest, not so much. So I researched his work, and he was a teacher first and foremost, in that he encouraged exploration of electron spin and insisted that classical mechanics has a relevance to quantum applications, which is true, yes. He thought he was falling behind, so yes, Labatut, so Labatut was right in that he wasn't a good judge of his own life. He helped describe the bosons, B-O-S-O-N-S. Actually, you have to look into him yourselves. It's the Lorentz-Fitzgerald contraction that's especially interesting and acts as a tie-in with temporal relativity. There's a book in French called Maniac that starts with Ehrenfest. I have a copy which I jokingly picked up at the Albertine bookstore, in which I have somewhat embarrassingly only read a couple of pages of before deciding it'll take years to finish. It will, because it's quite a chunky book and it's in French, and I can't, it will take me a while. I have a copy. Yeah, that's a really cool copy. I really like that book. The librarian said it was a well-known book amongst circles of cultural enthusiasts. It's like a cultural thing, it's like well-known in culturally, intelligent, circles or something like that. I'm guessing von Neumann fanatics, and actually, I don't know, I need to finish reading it. I only bought it as like a bet that I could read it in theory. I'll buy it very slowly because heavy annotation is needed for me to think about it. It was in French, The author Labatut said, quotation marks, not ironic, obviously, you have to understand that uncertainty is one of the highest forms of truth, end of quotation marks. But he started his book with quotation marks, the discovery of the irrational, end of quotation marks, but vastly situation under the Nazis. Work done against Nazis, or any other political opponent for that matter, could be perceived as an energy transfer on some level. Work is deemed positive work if the numbers are positive, which basically means positive work is done when the thing, the object, the banana, the avocado, whatever, is moving in the same direction as the force acting on the thing. So that means in biology, with diffusion, you're not doing any real work. By real, I mean positive work, as you're going with the wind, not pushing against the wind. So negative work, like active transport, when you actually put the effort in, That's funny, because when you put the effort in, it's negative. When you don't, it's positive. It's funny. Strange sense of humor. Osmosis, I guess, would be positive work, but that's only for the VIP, the very important people, water molecules alone. It's very noisy today. Okay, should I just keep... Yeah, okay. Work done, which is energy, is equal to force multiplied by distance. The different energy types exchange hands, well, metaphorically their hands. They do this often, as work is done, so energy is transferred from one form to another fluidly. Always, this movement obeys the law of conservation of energy naturally. If, say, your best buddy was going to climb Mount Everest, firstly, I'd congratulate them if they make it to base camp. Then I'd hope, if they make it to Mount Everest and they say, oh, okay, I'll climb Mount Everest, I'll be like, wow, good try, good work, nice work. Then I'd hope that they be careful and certain that they can do the climb. Then we can say, well, positive work is being done in that you're increasing your gravitational potential energy, so your GPE, but negative work is being done as your chemical energy stores are being robbed by the exercise. Even though the work done by your muscles, their muscles, is positive work, according to biology, as they release ATP energy and respire to keep up with exertion, so overall negative chemical work. Your muscles and body have to fight against depleting chemical energy stores, also known as food stores, fat stores, whatever your stores, food stores, in your body, your fat stores, and the increasing gravitational potential energy from the ascent. And of course, the whole time, they'd be radiating infrared radiation and releasing thermal energy. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I just realized that infrared radiation being radiated plays a huge role in homeostasis, right? And thermoregulates, so regulates your body temperature with excess heat, aka also known as thermal energy, being dissipated into its surroundings. So, I've always wondered what dissipated means, because it's like saying it's wasted, but it's physically wasted, as in it spreads out, which isn't really useful new information, but sure. Oh yeah, make sure to wish that your friend has safe travels and good luck. They would be balancing some real extremes there, but the gear, the climbing gear should account for that and help keep them alive. It's a risk, but I guess do what you wish to do. And well, please don't fall off the mountain trying to take photos or something. Be rational. Rational logic, yeah? More or less. See you next time at Physics in Necrotic World. This is your host, Rimona Christian, R out.